The Smashing Machine's true story and Mark Kerr's UFC career explained with the release of The Smashing Machine's first trailer. Writer-director Benny Safdie and A24 introduced many audiences to the heavy and heart-wrenching story of Mark Kerr. 2025's The Smashing Machine depicts Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Kerr, who fights his way to the top of the world of wrestling and MMA fighting in the 1990s, while battling drug addiction and trying to hold onto his relationship with his wife, Dawn Staples. Based on the trailer for The Smashing Machine, Safdie's sports drama tackles serious subject matter as it explores Kerr's life and career, much like the director's previous films. However, unlike Good Time or Uncut Gems, The Smashing Machine tells the story of a real-life figure who shocked the world with his spectacular athletic achievements and his horrifying personal struggles, with Johnson breaking the mold by portraying such a strong but layered and vulnerable character. The Smashing Machine is based on the real-life story of UFC fighter Mark Kerr, who gained worldwide recognition for his victories in the ring. His brutal but distinctive fighting style eventually won him the nickname of the Smashing Machine. HBO released a documentary of the same name about Kerr in 2002, which is what first shined a public light upon Kerr's personal struggles. Safdie's film even touches upon instances in Kerr's life explored in the former. Safdie's The Smashing Machine seems inspired by the 2002 film, based on its documentary style of filmmaking, adding another feeling of realism to its recreation of Kerr's life and career. You really understand the fears, the love, the sadness, the happiness. If somebody's open to doing that and talking about that stuff, then they're going to be able to give a great performance. Because of how physically strong he is, I don't know if a lot of people give him that opportunity. While star Dwayne Johnson made a name for himself as an actor and a professional wrestler, a serious biopic about a figure like Mark Kerr may seem out of his playing field to some. However, when discussing the making of The Smashing Machine, Safdie revealed in an interview with GQ that he knew Johnson could portray Kerr the moment they met. Given Johnson and Kerr's emotional struggles, it seems like the former has brought much of his own life story into how he brought Kerr's to life on the big screen in The Smashing Machine. Mark Kerr's wrestling journey began when he was in high school. He became a state champion while studying at Toledo Weight, and then rose up to be a Division I champion at Syracuse University and a 3-time EIVOA champion. Kerr transitioned to a mixed martial arts career in 1997 that lasted until 2009. During that time, Kerr won 4 ADCC World Championships and became a 2-time UFC Heavyweight Tournament champion and a World Veiled Tudo Championship winner. However, public backlash against the UFC led to widespread bans, bringing it to the brink of bankruptcy. It also decreased Kerr's exposure as an athlete, forcing him to make a drastic career change. He began fighting in the Pride Fighting Championships in Japan for a more sustainable career, with his success in the ring making him one of the biggest athletes in the world. Like many real-life professional wrestlers, Mark Kerr struggled with health problems throughout his career. This is touched upon in the trailer for The Smashing Machine, which shows Mark becoming addicted to painkillers, which were first prescribed to him so he could cope with the injuries he sustained in his career. ESPN even stated that Kerr began injecting himself with black market opiates. His addiction created friction between him and Dawn Staples, sending him down a self-destructive path that nearly cost him his life. Kerr eventually overdosed on narcotics and ended up in the hospital. Following his close brush with death and intervention from his friends in the hospital, Kerr accepted the fact that he needed help, causing him to step away from his career and check himself into rehab. Kerr continued to fight in the MMA after recovering from his addiction until his retirement in 2009. While Kerr's fighting career is a huge focus of 2025's The Smashing Machine, the film also explores the rocky romance between him and former model Dawn Staples, who's played by Emily Blunt. As Kerr became such a huge star and faced severe health problems, Staples experienced struggles of her own. While Kerr was addicted to drugs, Staples was an alcoholic whose relapse into drinking put further strain on their relationship. Kerr and Staples' intense relationship led to a brief separation. While Kerr and Staples got back together, they continued to fight with each other. Kerr even alleged that Staples cut her arms with a razor during one of their fights, making it one of the toughest battles in both of their lives. Overall, Kerr and Staples had an extremely tumultuous relationship. The couple tied the knot in 2000 and had a son together. But by 2015, Sports Illustrated reported that Kerr and Staples were no longer with each other. According to the U.S. Sun, Staples went on to become the owner of Final Touches by Design, an interior decorating company in Arizona. Meanwhile, Kerr got married a second time to fitness consultant Francie Alberting. In the end, Mark Kerr's life is an intense and emotional story that must be seen to be believed in the smashing machine.